everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and learn about studying business in the USA. Today, I'm with Mei-Chi from Mississippi College, and I'm Tina Rong from Franklin College, Indiana. Mei-Chi, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, everybody. It's good to see you. Well, not really see you, but welcome to this study business in the USA. I'm very excited. I am the Executive Director of Office of Global Education at Mississippi College, and I'm very just excited to give this presentation. So go ahead.
Yeah, next. I'm Tina Rong from, I'm the Assistant Director for International Recruitment at Franklin College, Indiana, and so glad to have you. And next, we're gonna learn some general information about business majors in the United States, and also a little bit information about Franklin College and Mississippi College. And at the very end, we have some poll questions, and also I'm going to give out those questions throughout this presentation. And at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. So during the presentation, if you have any question, please feel free to post it in the Q&A or the chat, and or even at the very last, turn on your mic or video, ask some questions. Now let's get it started. Next slide, please. Thank you. So, you know, when I talk to students, why do you want to study business? Most students say, oh, I want to start my own business, or I want to be an entrepreneur, or I want to work for a big corporation companies. And so for business major students, the typical career you're gonna take after graduation, probably like work in accounting, finance, marketing, retail, sales, or even consultant companies. But of course, you can also do a lot more things with business. And let's say I studied business and I also got my master's degree, MBA. And right now I'm an admission counselor. And we also have a lot of business majors, graduates, like they are, let's say, loan officers, and they are doing like a data work with business, with some company, or even like a human resource or recruiters. And of course, you can do a lot more with business major. And also a lot more students, you know, they want just want to go to graduate school, get an MBA, or even a master's degree. And here, actually, I have a question here. So what's your business inspiration? So if you can answer these questions for me, and let's see, what do you want to do after you graduate from business major? Please put your answers here, and we can go to next slide at the same time. I'll give a little bit more time to put the answers, and at the same time, so we can talk about what are you gonna really study in business major. So the general courses in business major, of course, you're gonna, for the first year of your college, you're gonna study very core subjects, such as like math, science, arts, history, and these kind of classes. And then probably your sophomores, definitely junior, senior year, you're gonna take like a econ, accounting, management, marketing, finance, and communication, such kind of courses. And during your study in the US, and each school varies, but definitely there's going to be a lot of internship opportunity and also relative learning, and such as like a Franklin College a lot of those courses, you're gonna have case study. Throughout those case studies, you can really learn how it is like to be a business consultant or to be an accountant or something like that. And also at our graduates are top performers. A lot of school requires to take a field exam in the business world, and at Franklin College, our students rank top above the national average, and that's a lot of business school or just college, university in general in the US, and then students all need to take this field test. And of course, during your school year, you're gonna have a lot of network opportunity. Like you can, when you do your internship, you're gonna network with, you know, different people from different companies. And also during school year, a lot of school gonna invite outside speakers come to the school to do presentations. That's the network opportunities. And these programs can definitely prepare you for the job field and or graduate school. And last, you are gonna have a lot of like a practical learning or engagement opportunities during the school year. Here, let's see the first result for we got 8 students answered. And yeah, as a, I already found out most students want to own their own business, or like there's also a majority of students who want to work for a financial institution or even marketing or sales. These are pretty good directions, and definitely you need to take business major and also maybe do several majors. You can definitely double major or even triple major. Yeah. And so we can go to the next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is like next one. Yeah, this one. Great. Thank you. And definitely business major, not just prepare for a job, and also prepare for the whole career, because during your 4 years in the school, you're not gonna learn all those knowledge from your textbook, from the professor, or you definitely gonna get a lot of hands-on experience from the internship you do, from the on-campus job opportunities. You're gonna learn about time management, decision making, and creative thinking, which is very important for international students because of depends on which country the students are from. And this is a very, very important skill you will learn. And of course, communication skill, and also experimental learning. And my suggestion is during your study in the US, get an on-campus job that can really prepare you to build your resume and really gonna help you get a job. So next, we're gonna have Meiti present as well. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Tina. And I really appreciate you sharing that. Those are very important. That's, oh, wait, I have to get, okay. So it's, those are very useful information, especially when Tina was a business school student. I mean, and then she got her MBA, so she can share a lot of her experience being a international student majoring in business. And so that's why the information she just shared with you was so important. So now we come to this question that's our topic, is why study business in the US? give you a list of reasons. Some of you might be thinking of studying in other countries, other parts of the world. But coming to the US to study, first of all, English, of course, is the working language of international trade. Well, you can go to Canada, you can go to UK, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. But USA is the world's largest economy, and the US dollars become the world's reserve currency. That's one of the reasons why US business schools tend to be a powerhouse. And US created world's largest and most trusted equities exchange, the leading ETF exchange, and the world's most deterministic trading technology. So that's why that attract many international students and scholars to the US to do research, to study, to get a degree. Now, Fortune 500 companies, everybody knows that, and that's the ultimate business scoreboard. If you get in, if your company get on the list of 500 Fortune 500, that speaks a lot of volume about your company, and also working for this company, one of these 500 company, it's definitely a plus to many, is a dream to many international students with business majors. And also regulatory system here favors entrepreneurs and philanthropy, because we noticed that a lot of you said, oh, I like to own my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur, which is great idea. Actually, I had a lot of students whom I taught, and they later on, they all became entrepreneurs. They own their own business by studying abroad, like Tina mentioned before, or by doing internship, and through networking, and they were able to get a really good connection to be an entrepreneur. The last point, why study business in the US, I don't know whether you have heard AACSB accreditation agency, and that's one of the most premier accreditation agency in the world. And so if any of our business schools are accredited by AACSB, that puts that business school on top 5% of the world business schools. So there are 521 US business schools are AACSB accredited out of 901 business schools worldwide as of 2021. So you can see the majority US business schools, the majority AACSB business schools are found in the US. So that's another reason why study in the US. And so then some of you will say, well, why is AACSB accreditation important? AACSB accredited school have been evaluated, can't talk this morning, to have better programs, better faculty, more students entering with higher GPAs, more international students, more employers that recruit from them, and more graduates that receive better salaries. So like I mentioned before, less than 5% of the more than 16,000 schools worldwide granting business degrees have earned AACSB accreditation. So now, when you have a business school with AACSB accreditation that affirms that this is, you have to go through very rigorous preparation before you can be accredited. Usually it takes at least 6 years or more to get ready because they have to do a site visit, they have to look at all your faculty, the level of your faculty, and the level of your students, and your curriculum and everything. So that's why study in the USA, if you come to a business school in the USA, is advantageous. So now, according to Princeton Review, and PrincetonReview.com, they came up with just recently most in-demand MBA specializations. So usually the number one, the most popular MBA degree is in the specializations in general MBA, because students can touch upon all areas of administration management. So you have to cover all aspects. And then you have international management, or some school called global MBA. And then strategy management, consulting company, like Tina mentioned before, working for consulting company, finance leadership, entrepreneurship, marketing, and operation management. These areas are very, very popular, are in great demand. So now when you talk about strategy, that also covers logistics, and operations management, that also cover logistics. I have two sons, both of them have their MBA. One is in global MBA, and the other one is in executive MBA, but specialized in international logistics. And they're doing very well, both of them. And so it is a good field to go into, and it is a good field to study in the U.S., because U.S. has the biggest economy, and then when you work in these companies, you really gain a lot of experience in this area. So I think this is pretty much about the general and business, general reason why you should study business in the United States. So now I'm going to turn this to Tina and have her introduce Franklin College for us.
Thank you, Meiqi. And here's a little bit information about Franklin College. As you can see on the right side, we are located in Indiana and 20 minutes south from Indianapolis, which is the capital city of Indiana. And because we are so close to the city, so 100% of our students do at least one internship. But most of the time they do 2 or 3 internships. And a lot of the time these internships are paid, because there are so many great pharmaceutical company, or you can be consultant, or like accounting firms, and even a lot of other business firms. And we have about 1,000 students on campus. Actually, we had international students from 21 countries. So the information on here is not quite right. And the school was founded in 1834. In each classroom is about 15 students. And so the typical student to faculty ratio is 11:1. And 80% of the professor have a PhD degree. So you will build a really, really close relationship with the professor, and professor will know you very, very well. That's also why a lot of students get internship or job opportunity from the professor's recommendation. And here you can see these are some of what our business graduates do. Like you can see some of them teach English in Taiwan. That's one option, even you studied it in business. But of course, most of the job or employment on here is probably like in management, accounting, finance, a banker or management, as you can see. And a lot of students also got into graduate programs or getting their MBA or master's programs in these schools. And We also have international alumni work in Facebook, work in big corporation companies like Cummins in Ohio, and even going to Harvard University. So it really depends which direction you want to go. Next slide, please. So next one, let's go to the, here. So can we go to next one? Yeah, here. So here's just some of the rankings we have. We are a liberal arts school, and we are pretty smaller size campus. But I think the great thing, I used to study in a state school or public school, but it's too big, and one class size is like 100 students. But at a smaller size liberal arts school, you can definitely get way closer relationship with your professor and get all the attention, and also can really meet your requirement or your needs for getting your questions answered or stand out easily on campus, getting all those like on-campus jobs or even internship opportunities. We offer 16,000 to 21,000 academic year for academic scholarship. This is going to be based on your high school GPA. But of course, we also have a full scholarship opportunity for students with GPA of 3.8 and above. We are test optional, so you don't have to submit your SAT or ACT score. We do have an awesome internship or study abroad opportunity. And as you can see, our accounting major students, they have 100% job placement rate. And even some junior students get employed, get job offers in their junior year, and 95% job or graduate school placement rate. And as you can see, we also scored in the top 10% of the major field tests in business, as I mentioned before. And on the left side, these are just some data showing, in the past 5 years, our students have been scored a full-time job or entered into a graduate school. We have all these data backup, really showing our students have these achievements and also can get employed after graduate, after taking business majors. And these are some of the information about Franklin College. And here I do want to share another question with you. So which undergraduate business program do you plan to study? So we also offer all these programs at Franklin College, and please fill out your answers, and later we can see like what majors you want to study. We can go to next slide and then have Nechi talk about Mississippi College.
Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I have to apologize for this moving this PowerPoint. Somehow it didn't work out as I wanted, but so we're all good here. Mississippi College, we call MC, is a Christian university. We are in Division II. So in other words, we offer athletic scholarship at Mississippi College. We were founded in 1826. So MC is Mississippi College oldest university. This year is our 195th year, 5 more years. We're going to celebrate our 200-year anniversary. MC is Mississippi's largest and the best private university that has 7 schools. A school of business is one of them. It's the largest school on campus. We have 80 plus different area of undergraduate studies and 50 plus areas of graduate studies. And right now we have 4,300 and still growing total student population. And we have about 120 international students from 49 different countries. all international students, they receive scholarships. In addition to the international scholarship given from our Office of Global Education, we also, if students have a great academic record, they can also receive academic, and also if they're good in sports, they can also receive athletic scholarships. They usually are very nice number of scholarship. We have 4 Mississippi governors. They received their degrees from Mississippi College. And so even the previous governor, Governor Phil Bryant, he got his degree in political science from Mississippi College. So Money Magazine recently ranked MC number 12 on their list of the 20 best private colleges for merit aid, and 6 within their 25 most affordable colleges. So just a little quick introduction of Mississippi College in general. And more information, you can go to our booth and you can download a lot of files, and you can get to know more about Mississippi College. So Tina, now we got the results, right? Back from the poll.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the result with you guys. And as we can see, most of students want to major in finance, marketing, management, economics, accounting. Yeah, these are all very typical majors business students are gonna study. Like during my business program, I studied I took several classes of each field, and then let's say for my graduate program, MBA program, my concentration was in international business, but I definitely had 2 accounting class, 2 economic class, and several management class, 2 or 3 marketing class, and 2 finance class. So definitely you're gonna have a taste from each different field, but depends on which concentration you are in. Let's say you want to major in finance, you are gonna take way more finance classes than any other students in business. Yeah, pretty good. And then here, I got another question for you. Let me stop sharing this one. Oh, sorry, Meiji. Actually, you want to go ahead?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we come to MC School of Business. I mentioned before, it's the largest school on campus. We have 7 different schools. And so MC School of Business is AACSB accredited. And so the curriculum is very rigorous. And a lot of international students, sometimes they complain, they come to my office and say, boy, this is hard to get A at the business school. I say, well, what do you expect? Do you expect the teacher, the professors just give you an A without working hard? I mean, you want to earn it. And then because once you earn that A, and then you know that you're prepared to go into the workforce, and you know you are prepared to handle all kinds of challenges in business, in the marketplace. Our professors are tough, but they are very, very helpful. There's a tremendous support system on campus. Professors, they go out of their way to help our students. They do not let TAs to teach our students. They have their own office hours, and they invite students to come. And if students have difficulties, especially with international students, all they have to do is just come to us and come to the Office of Global Education, or we reach out to them when we receive early alert report every week. And so we can see which students are facing difficulties, and then we reach out to them and ask them to come to the office, and then we talk to them after they identify their difficulties and everything. Then we send an email to the faculty and tell them that, hey, we just talked to one of your students who is facing challenges in understanding the lecture or not giving enough time for the test or something like that. And then we will even call the professor. We'll even go over to visit the professor and talk to them about our students. And then the students, then the professor of the class will meet with students and help out students and work out a solution to their problems. So like Tina mentioned, Franklin's college is a small size college, and a professor can attend to students more easily. And same thing with Mississippi College, although we have 4,000 plus at one time, more than 5,000 students, but our student and professor ratio is still 15:1. So we have small classes. So now MC, besides being an AACSB, the business school, besides the AACSB accredited business school, also is the #1 most popular online accounting bachelor degree school in Mississippi, according to Business Degree Central. And also intelligent.com rated MC's rated 50 MBAs in finance in US, and MC is #1. And so our finance and our accounting and marketing are really, really strong. But unlike other AACSB accredited schools, they are very expensive. The reason why I know they're very expensive is because both of my sons, they all went to these very big business schools, and the tuition was much more, 3 times more than what Mississippi College tuition is, and the other one is even 5 times more. So if you check into our go to our website, and you can see our tuition is very, very affordable for a AACSB accredited business school. And we offer internships all the time. I have people, I know a lot of business, a lot of companies in this area or outside area. They will contact me and asking specifically for MC graduates. They really like MC international students because they know international students work hard and they take jobs seriously. And so they'll contact me, and I'll arrange various internship for our international students. And also study abroad. We send every semester, we have study abroad opportunities. We send students to Asia, to China, to Taiwan, to Europe, to Germany, England, many different places. So they will have opportunity to do study abroad. And I agree with Tina, that study abroad is very important. And also the internship is very important. With smaller schools, professors know you and they can really provide you the opportunities. Many of our students' internship opportunities were created by our professors. And so many of our alumni, and now they are many presidents and CEO of, I don't know whether you have heard of Vertex Aerospace, and one of our graduates and business school graduates now is president and CEO, and a CFO right now of our college, Mississippi College, is a graduate from Mississippi College Business School. And we have owner, founder of Millis Group. We have co-founder of Petrie Parkman and Company. Is also from us. And Horns CPA. This is the biggest CPA firm in this region, and their head is also from Mississippi College. Like I said, our governors, that they also graduate from Mississippi College. So we have a lot of well-known alumni who graduate from Mississippi College. So oops, I just have a tendency to click too fast. Now, the next one is just we offer undergraduate program and graduate program. Undergraduate program, you have business administration, accounting, finance, marketing, entrepreneurship, and we have also 3 years in law school and 3 years in business administration. You have a joint degree undergraduate program. And we also have management information system, data management concentration, undergraduate program. Graduate program, general MBA, accounting MBA, and Master of Accountancy, that is 100% online, and finance MBA, management information system MBA. And we have a combined law degree, Juris Doctorate, and MBA combination joint program. Now, our MBA program includes traditional face-to-face MBA and 100% online MBA. So if you want to pick any one of them, you have the option of doing that. And many of our undergraduate students also, besides, many of them continue with our graduate program, but some of them, they pursue their MBA in other schools. So this is a list of schools: Harvard, Vanderbilt, Cornell, Southern Methodist, University of Texas, Arlington, and Austin, and the various SEC graduate school. Yeah, so now we have, do we have other polls results, Tina?
Yeah, I'll share a few more, 2 more questions. And here, please fill out which year did you graduate from high school, or which year will you graduate from high school. So right now, if you are a senior, you're going to graduate in 2022, junior 23, and sophomore 2024, or freshman 2025. And then if you already graduate from high school, you can just put others. And then at the same time, it's time for QA. And I saw there's some good questions. And one student was asking how long, I think she or he is asking for how long it will take before the student get their bachelor degree. So it normally takes 4 years, but depends on how well you are doing on academics. And if you take more classes than your classmates, and some students can definitely finish a bachelor degree in 3 years. Yeah. And another question, I can read it for you, Meichi, if you want to take it. And so the question was, what does finance leadership consist on? And what's the difference between finance leadership, finance advisor, and a finance manager?
Well, since I did not get my degree in MBA, so this I won't be able to, I don't know whether I can provide the appropriate answer, the difference between the finance leadership, finance advisor, and finance manager, because usually I'm more familiar with marketing, because both of my sons are in marketing area. So I learned quite a bit about marketing, but finance, I won't be able to answer your question. I can refer your question to our Dean of School of Business, and he teaches finance. I definitely will. If you can leave your email address in the question here or chat, and I definitely will email back to you and give you the answer, because I don't want to give you the wrong answer from a person who is not did not get an MBA in finance, right?
I can chime in a little bit and give you a little bit of suggestion. So I took some finance classes, even though my major was not in finance. And so finance leadership, this major or this field is definitely gonna more emphasize on leadership position. And you're gonna have a lot of leadership classes, kind of like how to manage manage an organization from the leadership, from the finance point of view. And also for finance advisors, you probably have to take a lot of exams and like a CFA or a CPA, even though CPA is for accountant, but like definitely in this field, you're gonna have to keep study, take exams, and then once you pass the exams, and then you're gonna get a higher level. Of course, your pay salary will raise up as well. And for the finance manager, that's also a manager position. So it's more like a leadership position, and also probably like a after 1 or 2 years or 3 years, you work in this field, you can get into a manager position. Yeah.
I agree with you. I see the finance advisor, a lot of times you have these companies that advise you, you know, in your, how to do retirement and how to, you know, it's a financial, or you work for a Charles Schwab, all these big firm, and they can advise you in terms of investment and finance, or in the banking system.
Yeah, and we have another question. Can the scholarships cover all the tuition fee? So at Franklin College, our academic scholarship ranging from 16,000 to 21,000, that won't cover the whole cost, but definitely for the tuition, it's almost covering half. But let's say if your GPA is above 3.8, and then you compete for the full scholarship and you get the full scholarship, that full scholarship is going to cover all your tuition fees, but it still won't cover your room and board. And that's also most of the case for, you know, liberal arts school or a lot of schools in the United States. Then you get a big chunk of the academic scholarship to cover your tuition, but at the same time, you probably have to pay a little bit out of pocket for your room and board. And also, I do want to mention on campus, there's a lot of opportunity for you to get paid, work on campus, or maybe work as a resident assistant, and then your room will be covered. And you can chime in for like the situation in Mississippi College, Michi.
Yeah, I agree with you. Very similar to what you said. Mississippi College tuition is each semester is about 9,500, 9,000, yeah. And so a year we are basically looking at 18,900 a year for tuition. So we give all the international students $4,000, like I mentioned before, once you are enrolled. And then if you take for undergraduate students, if you take SAT or ACT and you have a good score, you can have a score as low as 1,070. You can get 8,000 and up. So you can even get a presidential scholarship. We had students coming to us with SAT 1470, and the other student from Malaysia is 1520. And I mean, these are just like special cases, but still we have quite a few students do very well, so they can get academic scholarship. So academic scholarship is $8,000 and up. So if you add that and with the money that we offer, and it's very close to covering tuition, but not 100%. But like Tina mentioned, that you can also work on campus. And so for instance, in my office, I offer student workers job only to international students. I don't offer to American students because they can work anywhere. But international students can only work on campus. But on campus, we have a lot of working opportunities everywhere. Library, you can work in a cafeteria, you can work in just anywhere on campus, different departments and so on. So that will help defray the cost of living expenses. So we are in the South in Mississippi, so the cost of living is relatively much lower. And there's a expression, some people say that if you take $1 and then you use it on the East Coast or West Coast, it costs about 80 cents. But if you use the same $1 and then you use it in Mississippi, it's worth $1.35. So you can see that the cost of living is much lower. So that's why, you know, if you're a graduate student, so if you live on off campus, the rent and everything is so much cheaper than affordable than that, you know, in other states. So
Just,
yeah.
sorry, we're at time and we do have another info session coming up. So I am going to need to stop us here. Do you have any maybe final thoughts for students who are listening in?
I think the students should go to our, take a picture of this contact information. So if you have any other questions, you can contact us, and we'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina and Meishi, for the amazing presentation here. I'm sure students got a lot and learned everything that they were looking for. You can check out both Tina and Meishi in their booths and for the rest of the fair. Thank you again and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you in the booth.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Bye.